So we're doing inscribed angles. These notes are to help you with IXL U9, and I think I have about 6 or 7 examples besides the theorems for you. So the first one states that the measure of an inscribed angle is half the measure of the central angle that intercepts the same arc. So what that is saying is this angle right here is half of this angle right here. That's all that means. See how this one is way bigger than this one right here? That's what that means. So measure angle B equals whatever D is divided by 2. That's all this is saying. And same thing happens when you're comparing the angle with the arc. So it also states that the measure of an inscribed angle is half the measure of the arc it intercepts. So this angle right here is half of this arc right there, and vice versa. All right, so we have this pretty little circle, and we're looking for the angle measure RQS. RQS right there. So we're looking for this guy right here. For me to be able to find this guy, I need to find this guy first. We know by definition that central angles, they're all 360. So 360 minus this guy, that will give me angle 115 right there. So 115, I got, so 99 plus 146 plus what gives me 360. And then I combine like terms right there, or you can just do what I did in the calculator just now. So we did all this just to find the 115 right there. But that's not the question. The question is asking you to give me this angle measure right here for Q. And by definition, the angle measure for RQS, we know that it's half of this angle measure right here. This is half of this. So we're going to do RTS divided by 2. And we have 115 divided by 2 will give you 57.5 degrees. The next example we have, we're still looking for angle measure IHJ. Angle measure IHJ. J right there. So we're looking for this guy. But the definition calls for this guy that is double this guy. So these two relate. The 63 doesn't matter. It will be part of the process. I know that when you have a straight line right there, that means a straight angle, and a straight angle is 180 degrees. So that one plus 63 equals 180. So x equals 180 minus 63. $117. Now I know that IHJ is half of 117. $58.5 degrees. Another one. So what is the angle measure UTV? UTV. So we're looking for this guy right here. Again, straight line makes 180. And I also know that this guy and this guy right here they're double. That's why I did one after the other. So if angle H right here is half of 117, this one is half of whatever this one is. So we're going to have to double 35 to get this guy, and that is 70. Now I need to find T, and I know this is a straight angle, and a straight angle is 180 degrees. So you take away 70 from there, because to find T, I just take it away, and that is 110. Oh, what is X? So, just a little quick definition over here. Since this guy, when you look at the arc, we know the definition. If this angle right here, we have this angle right there. But also, if I have this angle right here, I have that angle right there. It depends on how you look at it. So if I am here at this angle, I can see this arc. And if I'm at this angle, I can see that arc. So by definition, these two, with that being said, I can conclude that these two are congruent. So, and that's what we're going to write down. And that's what we just said. Since these two angles are inscribed angles that intercept the arc ED, then these two are congruent. So since now I know that they're congruent, I can just set them up equal to 0 and find X. I mean, set them equal to each other. Minus X from both sides. Plus 57. X here is 64. So again, we're looking for X. I know from the other page that this guy is half of that guy. This guy is half of this guy. Because of this first definition from earlier. This guy is half of this guy. So with that being said, 64 equals 18x plus 20 divided by 2. Multiply that by 2. That is 128. Minus 20 from both sides. This is 108. Divide both sides by 18. X equals 6. Last one. So we're trying to measure angle T. T is this guy right here. Okay. So I have measure angle T equals measure of arc RQ right there, but it's half of it. So if this one is 90, I just have to do is divide by 2. 90 by 2 is 45. So notice that this one, even though it gave me the 104, there's nothing I can do with 104, and it's not relevant. Sometimes when we're working on the IXL, it's going to give you some extra information, so you need to make sure that you know what you're doing and which one of those you're going to have to apply on each one of those questions. That's why I had to give you so many examples. So now you have to do IXL U9.